4 Extra is throwing more shade at No Jumper, and this 4 Extra and No Jumper beef is ramping up. We haven't seen 4 Extra back at No Jumper for about a month and a half now. 4 Extra initially signed an exclusive content deal with No Jumper where he would do content on No Jumper exclusively. He won't do interviews on other channels, and he won't have his own channel. He would just do content on No Jumper. However, after the firework incident where 4 Extra blew his hands off, 4 Extra went mega viral. The news was posting about him. Celebrities was tapping in, Kevin Gates, Lamar Jackson, and 4 Extra felt like his value went up exponentially. So when 4 Extra got out the hospital, 4 Extra began to say, hey, bruh, my first interview back, I'm charging $50,000. Adam is on the hand of, we already have a deal and where you'll do content for us. We're not paying that $50,000. 4 Extra said, okay, I'll get it somewhere else. So right now, 4 Extra has been seeking out a $50,000 deal to do his first interview. 4 Extra hasn't been able to find that deal as of yet. He hasn't done an interview yet for the $50,000. Now, since then, it's gone from contract disputes to now their friendship is being torn apart because while 4 Extra was in the hospital, Adam interviewed several people that 4 Extra don't like, and they talked about his hands. So 4 Extra was really pissed off at No Jumper, and that also contributed to why 4 Extra isn't back yet. Well, today on the Adam and Wax show, they discussed 4 Extra and his inability to find a $50,000 deal. And here's what they had to say about it.
After all the disregard, what has happened is what we knew would happen.
With who?
With 4 Extras. I told people the closest thing he would have came to getting any money is if he had somebody come see him in that hospital bed. Once you left that hospital and you went to the studio the first night, nobody felt sorry for you no more. Right? Once you went,
the fireworks diss.
Yeah, he dissed the fireworks. I don't know why he dissed the fireworks. I don't understand that. Like somebody just told me that.
I woke up in the hospital and I woke up alive.
So he was dissing the fireworks? What the fireworks do to him? He lit the firework. The firework didn't like him.
I have so much empathy for what actually happened to him.
But how did he diss the fireworks?
There's a bunch of things around it that I cannot help but laugh at, such as that song.
Wait, did he say fireworks? Or
firework K? All that.
Huh?
No, I'm just kidding. But he was kind of yelling, and it seemed like he was really mad. Like he kind of was dissing the fireworks, even though obviously they're an inanimate object.
Oh, but first of all, he should have laid up in that bed until that GoFundMe got to about 30. No way I would have been seen. Because once he went and he was screaming off the back and doing this, people like, oh, that fool all right. Yeah. So at that point in time, we knew the 50 wasn't going to happen. That's some of his homies in his ear pumping it up to be more than what it is because they don't understand this. They really thinking what they thinking. That's why I tell homeboy management and what the block talking about should never be an influence on your corporate business because they don't understand corporate business.
They're about to get into a conversation I feel like Adam should have shut down and not even engaged with it because we're dealing with gangbangers and street dudes here. And there's a certain language that street dudes and gangbangers may not really understand or don't know too much about. See, Wack is about to explain how business works in terms of, hey, the local media companies who have a relationship with Adam and No Jumper, they, outside of the fact that the interview probably isn't worth the $50,000 and they won't make their money back, they will be reluctant even if it was worth it because they are friends with Adam and No Jumper, and they will see giving the $50,000 to 4 Extra while he's in an exclusive contract with No Jumper as a betrayal or undermining to Adam. Now, Wack explains it to where if you understand business, you know that's how that works. But I can see how easily a street dude or a gangbanger would hear this and interpret it as, oh, they're blackballing me. Oh, they're the reason why I'm not getting the $50,000. And I feel like just because there's room for misinterpretation, it shouldn't have even been discussed. Or Adam should have went out of his way to let them know, hey, I'm not blackballing you. Because Adam did say he don't mind, he don't care. Anybody can give 4 Extra the $50,000. So Adam is in no way, shape, or form blackballing 4 Extra. But when you tell the story how you tell it, it leaves room for a street dude or a game maker who really don't understand how business works to interpret it as, oh, they're blackballing me. And now they have a new public enemy number one, and it's going to be Adam. So if I'm Adam, I would have shut down this conversation and not even engaged with it.
They don't get it. 50 grand, motherfucker. You talking like, what's that, like 6 million views?
That's outrageous, yeah.
Something like that, right? So, you know, at the end of the day, and then he didn't get the disregard to all y'all. Certain things, I'm going to put it like this. Birdman is my brother, love him to death, right or wrong. Nigga, if you got a problem with him, you got a problem with me, right? This whole example. If a man starts to say, Birdman, if he let that type of poison come out his mouth, right? And this man was in the music industry, right? Birdman don't even have to say anything. Every door this man try to walk in that's associated in any way to this man is gonna turn you around. This shit works the same way, right? There is a table and we all see and we don't have to ask about nothing, right? If I see a certain person being disrespectful towards a certain person and you calling me for favor in the form of a bag, I'm going to deny you. This just real. You don't even got to say nothing. Like people, I don't think people get it. It's called politics. It's just, you don't get it. And then even if a person wanted to do it, they're going to call, which Adam cleared it. Can't put it on him. Adam said in front of the world, hey, anybody out there want to give him that? Hey, I'm fine. I'm cool with it. But people not going to do it that have a relationship, right, with that individual.
Well, Wack said that he would do it. He just offered him 10% of what he was asking for.
Who did?
Wack. Oh, excuse me, Vlad. I always mix those up.
Vlad was going to give him 5,000?
I mean,
that was a lot.
I mean, I think Vlad saw that as being fair.
Overly fair.
He never even responded.
Overly fair.
I mean, from my perspective,
for
it's
Vlad to offer him 5 stacks.
It's like, you ever have a girl and she's talking about breaking up with you, and then you kind of just feel like, you know what? You can go. Go see the world. Go see what it's like away from me. Let's see how much you like
Glad
that.
You're doing this. This is helping what I wanted to ask. So would you let that chick come back after you know she didn't went out there and did God knows what, and knowing that if she could have made it happen somewhere else, she wouldn't be back in your face. She's only back in your face because she feels she has to be. Would you let her come back?
Again, man. Adam is about to get himself in more trouble because Adam engaged with the hypothetical, and based on his response to the hypothetical, Adam like makes it perfectly clear that if 4Extra does indeed come back to No Jumper, that the treatment or the compensation that he once received at this point, that he's no longer going to receive it, right? He's no longer, because Adam is under the understanding, yo, I overpaid 4Extra initially because I wanted to help him out. I felt like this was my homie, this was my brother. But now, if I'm operating under the understanding that we're no longer really that close and we're not brothers as I thought we were, now I have to pay you on a fair scale. And he believes the fair scale will be significantly less than what he was paying 4Extra before.
It's a complicated question, because on one hand, and again, 4Extra, I do not think you're a woman. This is what's called a metaphor. But on one hand, you did great stuff together before and you want to come back together. Fuck it, let's come back together. Let's keep making shit happen. On the other hand, it's kind of like, well, you went off and did your own thing. Okay. Sure, you don't want to spend more time out there in the wild, wild west? Okay,
well, let's say while she was with you the first time, you had her in the Benz. When she come back the second time, will you put her back in that Benz or will she be in the motherfucking Camry?
Up in this bucket.
There you go. I mean that. And I say that because I told you you effed up and you didn't want to understand what I was saying. You every time I would say, yo, bro, you don't know what you're doing. Because see, what you did was You gave him a situation. I know how you thinking. This dude just got out of jail. He needs some bread. I'm going to give him over and then see how it works out. And then if it ain't working out based upon that, then I'll adjust. But right now, I know this going to help him get on his feet. That's where you was at. Once that shit you start seeing what the numbers is and now the whole shit balances out, when you would have went back to him trying to adjust that, it was going to be a problem. You took it like, I say, Adam, you tripping. He's not going to understand that. See, I would have saw, okay, let me look at this. It's only making what? And you giving me what? I would have said, damn, bro, you looked out for me like that? Love, I get it. I tell you what, could I do an extra day or something? Or what more extra could I do to try to get back to that? I would have saw what I've been doing and what you was paying me anyway. And I'd have known he did that because I fresh home to give me some bread to get me on my feet. He wasn't going to see it that way.
Yeah, but I already, before he blew his hand off, I was already starting to have this vision of a conversation that I was going to have with him, where I was going to have to say, look, first interviews that we did, or this interview when we agreed on me paying you X amount of dollars a month, this is how many views they did. This is how much the most recent one did. It's not necessarily making sense on my end. We might have to scale this back. And I thought that, you know, by showing him, hey, maybe the first one did 4 million views in total with the clips. Maybe this next one did 1.5. That's less than 50%. But I mean, yeah, that conversation.
It wasn't going. He was going to know what he was going to tell you. This is typical streets. What that got to do with me?
Listen, man. Listen, man. Shout out. Wack understands. Wack understands our people, man. Our people ain't about to have no simple, bro. Our folks is gonna ask, man. Hold on, bro. Hold on, man. My entry level salary was this. I've gotten more famous since. My value has increased. You mean to tell me after like year one, you now want to pay me less than my entry-level salary? Man, get out of my face. But what I got to do with me, man? Wack is 100% correct. Like, I'm 100%. Now, Adam would also reveal that he received a phone call from 4Extra. It rang once, and then, like, he never got no follow-up. Like, the phone rang once, and then it hung up, and he never got a text, a call, or nothing. And Adam was confused as to what that meant.
4Extra never adjusts. He was the same here as he was in his hood, was he not?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
So I know that you a very smart dude. I'm reading what's in front of you. You know what's in front of you.
Just because somebody else has an unrealistic expectation for how this business should work doesn't mean that I'm just going to fall in line with that.
No, and I'm with you on that. And I believe that. And I can't put a timeline on it. I don't know if Gumby was here before or after you tried to go see him. I don't know.
After,
right? So part of it might be his fault. Because me knowing you, if you telling me you and Gumby been talking, right? When you went to see 4Extras, you might have popped it at him. Hey, bro, Gumby from Hoover want to come up. And you might have gave him a chance to speak his piece. I
would not have brought that up while he was in the hospital recovering from blowing his hand off.
You the one requested Gumby to come up here.
Yeah, also, I don't really think it's any of 4Extra's business if I want to do content with Gumby or not.
I don't know. I just think if you going to see him and you fucking with him, maybe you would have, maybe you wouldn't have. I don't know. But he kind of did bring some of it on himself because he killed the communication. I'm going to be real. He killed the shit I'm talking about is probably the reason why he made whatever decision he made after the fact. He killed the communication prior to anything anyway. The communication was killed prior to King Peel, Munchie, or Gumby. So at that point in time, I felt some kind of way about you with it. I was like, damn, what's up with dude? Because I know the shit you did for him. You looked out for him. So
you want to know some late-breaking crazy information? Is that last night, I got a call on my phone at like 11 p.m. from 4Extra, from his new number. It rang one time and then stopped ringing. No follow-up text.
Well, you know what that
Could have been a butt dial.
Now you know what that is.
I didn't call back to find out.
I know what that is. See,
that's like shooting a little dart.
No, his people was in his ear. They was in his ear.
Call him. No, wait, don't call him.
no, they telling them not to with you. See, you got to remember, from what they see, Adam, they don't understand this the way we understand this, right? He gonna say my numbers went up 100,000. I'm gonna say the platform drove your numbers up 100,000. You get what I'm saying? The platform did that. You didn't personally do that, right? So
that's why I need to start signing these guys to record label type contracts.
I'll be real, yo. With everything going on, man, I feel like at this point, if 4Extra comes back to No Jumper, it will low-key feel like he's begging or he's desperate, right? Because if he wanted 50,000 and he's watching the podcast where they're saying, man, you're not getting 50,000. As a matter of fact, you getting less than you was getting before your hand got blown up and you went viral. And now he's hearing things like, man, I should have put him on a record label type deal. Man, bro, it was the platform. It wasn't you. Bro, if he comes back, it's going to feel like bro came back because he needed it. You feel me? Now, 4Extra is hearing all of this. He's now missing what's going on. 4Extra would actually throw shade at No Jumper on his IG story. A man by the name of Gucci Blue 40, and he wrote, why No Jumper never showed this side of 4Extras, only the parts that make him look like an animal. Eye emoji, exclamation, and 4Extra reposted it. 4Extra co-signed the notion that No Jumper never showed a positive side of him and that No Jumper only made him look like an animal. This is the part of the business as a white man you got to get used to. Where you fall out with your black employees, they're going to paint you as the white devil. I mean, that's just how it works. And at this point, that's just something you signed up for. Now, 4Extra did interviews. He responded back to questions. So I felt like maybe it was mutual. Maybe Adam only asked questions regarding beef or other things and never really asked the humane questions. But 4Extra responded back to these questions, right? So 4Extra could have said some things or did something or showcased a side of himself that he wanted to be presented. So I don't feel like it was, it's Adam's fault, or if it is Adam's fault, it's probably a 50-50 thing. It's mutual. 4Extra answered the questions, and 4Extra spoke about himself in multiple interviews. He could have presented the side of him that he felt like was missing from the public. But yeah, this is not a good sign, man. We've been on, it's 4Extra coming back watch for about a month and a half now, man. At this point, I don't think it's ever going to happen. Y'all let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this? And if you're still watching, click on this video here somewhere on my screen, somewhere here, or here on my screen. All right. To find out why Gilbert Arenas was just arrested by the feds for this crazy scheme with mob bosses. Click on this video right here to find out what I'm talking about. I'm out of here, folks. Peace.